Okay, so here's the thing. I lied because on Christmas Day I released a video out into the ether that was called something like let me be your company for the holidays plus I drink juice. And in that video I either disclosed or maybe perhaps heavily implied that I would finish drinking those drinks that I was consuming in that video right away and no big deal. But I lied because those drinks went back to the fridge and I did not finish them. And the reason I didn't even finish them on camera, which was my original intention, is because I got a little self-conscious of talking and drinking and I didn't know what to talk about. And in this video, this is going to be a wreck because I still have nothing to talk about, but I felt bad that I had uploaded that original video and it got a non-zero amount of views. AKA there is someone out there in the world who has watched it and watched me blatantly lie. So to correct that, I have brought back the juices. I brought back my pink drink, my juices from another muses. I'm a dork, but I'm gonna sit here and I'm going to chit chat and I'm going to drink my drinks with whoever sees this, even if it's just me later. Cheers. That is still so weird. Yeah, in my other video, which I don't know why you'd be watching this one if you hadn't seen that one. I don't know why you'd be watching this one in general, but in my other video, I was talking about the differences between like food that you can get in the US in grocery stores. I have to keep pacing myself. Food that you can get in the US in grocery stores and food that you can get in the UK in grocery stores, like pre-prepped food or like, so like the full meals or even like just like pasta sauce, like spaghetti sauce, whatever. In the US, first of all, you have like way too much variety compared to, I do enjoy that most of the stores in the UK tend to have less variety. So like instead of having like 15 pasta sauces, you have like 3, which is like nice in like most grocery stores, it seemed like. But I feel like it's just blander. Like I feel like, yeah, in the US it's probably like more spicy because like there's so much artificial stuff that goes in there, and I don't want to think about how much artificial stuff is still here, but it's definitely a lot less. Like I feel like I will more often pick up something that I find in a mid-range grocery store and like read the label, and it like the first thing is like carrot, tomato, like, or like tomato paste, or like I don't know, but like something that's like and like it's just, there's less ingredients and most of the ingredients are things that I'm like, okay, I don't know if this makes a difference. I mean, to be honest, like big swing. To be honest, I feel like, for example, like with like genetically modified food, excuse me, like I don't think there's that much of an issue with eating it. Like I personally like don't care that much about eating it because like it's been modified to make like bigger food. Like genetically modified crops are modified to make bigger crops. We don't have any like evidence or research showing that like GMO like crops are going to like are on a cellular level so different that they're gonna like super harm your body or anything like that. So like at this point, like I don't particularly care. So all of this is to say, when I go back to the thing of like, oh, I can read the ingredients and I like know what all of them mean. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing if sometimes you don't know an ingredient that is in your food, because like sometimes it could just be, I don't know, like the technical name for something that you're like, oh, I get what that is. Like if it's just like some different type of glucose and you're like, okay, so it's sugar, like as long as it's not like, I don't know. I feel like it's not that bad is what I'm saying. Like I'm making this seem like a big thing and then I'm making it seem like I'm making it seem like a bit. What I'm saying is, I just think it's neat how I can go to the grocery store and like understand the things that go into my food, but I don't think that it is like a value judgment of like that is better to be able to do that. I don't know, food culture is like really interesting because like, I don't know, like in the States we still have like massive food deserts, which are like locations where, you know, fresh produce and stuff can't be effectively shipped in, or at least can't for the prices that they want to be selling, you know, that produce in those areas. So certain communities go without like fresh produce because it's harder to get there. In the UK, you know, logically, I'm thinking like geographically, this place is like a whole ton smaller. So maybe like the shipping stuff like works easier, and I assume there are less food deserts. Honestly, I don't know because I grew up, was socialized, was educated in the States, which is a very US centric, you know, type of education system. So I really don't know how that affects like other places. So look at me being here, being in a foreign place, trying to get cultured and not being cultured. Let's switch over to the other juice. This one is technically a smoothie. It is a strawberry and banana smoothie. I should shake it. I took a big sip and then I realized I'm pretty sure you're supposed to shake these. And I went, oh my gosh, and look. They're like, all this stuff is like recyclable here. It's like recycled and recyclable. This bottle is made from 30% more recycled plastic. I don't know what 30% more means. That's a little shady. Like, was it like originally like 1% and then 30% more is 1.3%? That's what 30% more is, right? I know math. I know basic math. I know I said I was educated in the US, which is definitely not first in the world at math, but I know math. I like juice. I don't know why this seems like I'm forcing myself to drink the juice. It's not. I'm enjoying the juice. I just get weirdly like, how do I consume it and then also talk? And also talk about pressing things like, you know, food ecosystems and recycling and I don't know. Here's the thing, this is a mess, but I don't care because the whole point of this was to document the consumption of this juice, and I will document the consumption of this juice. It's good. It's good. I'm starting to regret documenting the consumption of this juice. No, I can do this. I can do it. I don't know why I'm like giving myself a pep talk about drinking juice. It's really not that. Whew. Alrighty. You told yourself you would do something, and you're gonna do it. If you can't do this. Okay, so let's go back to the recycling thing. I am so curious because I feel like a lot of places have like, you know, the garbage, the recycling, like the paper recycling, the mixed recycling, and then like composting and stuff. And I like really wonder, like, first of all, what is the delineation of that? Like how much recycling that you put into the recycling bin actually gets taken to like recycling plants and stuff like that, like, and like to the right one, because there's like different types of recycling, you know, there's like the paper recycling and then there's like the plastic recycling and blah blah, like there's different things. Like what if like you put it in like what's the right thing to go in the right type of bin, like stuff like that. But then also, what about the like all of it, like when you put something in a food waste bin, does it go get composted? Like what's the percentage of time that happens? Because I feel like a lot of times it's the same thing with recycling, but I feel like I see it more with the compost or food waste. Like I see people putting random things in there that I'm like, it doesn't go in there. So then like there's a lot of other stuff that's in this like food waste or compost bin, and then you can't take that to like the compost dump pile, because then it would take way too long for the compost people to be sorting through that and then just putting the compostable materials in the compost heap. So then like, do they, like if they get like batches like that, or if they know places that they're like, oh okay, this is a public place where like no one knows how to separate it out, are they just like, we're just gonna take that straight to the dump? You know? And then like, how would you even like start changing that? How would you, there's a lot of things like that where it's like, how would you, as someone who doesn't want to make it your life's goal, but these things percolate in the back of your mind, how would you as a single actor who vaguely cares do anything about that? And does that only bother me because I'm thinking about it right now, and it'll bother me again the next time that something is in my view, in my life, like in my, like I'm observing this, that reminds me of this, and then it'll bother me again. But like, who knows how long that will be till that time. So then in the meantime, am I just like fine? Like, will I like not think about it again until I see a compost bin, and then I'm like, ah, shit. You know what I mean? So then like it will actors like are people who are equivalent to me, like, do they have, you know, it in them? Do they have whatever it takes to actually make those like small little changes? Like, can you initiate change if you are someone who mildly cares and is just one human, is what I'm saying. Like, do I need to be someone who mildly cares but is also a giant massive organization or conglomerate or like business or something, and then I could institute change? Or do I have to be like one person who really, really cares and is one single person but actually cares and like puts time and energy and thought and like, you know, resources towards it, and then I could make change? But if I am like the in-between, which is like a singular human but who also only mildly cares, could I ever make change, or is that just like kind of shot for me? Dude, I'm glad I'm doing this with juice and not like Red Bull or like Coke or like I don't know, just things with like caffeine and like, I mean, here's the thing, I don't feel like I'm not affected by caffeine. Like, I think, I don't know how much of the population, I'm sure it's like 1% of the population drinks coffee and isn't like not affected by it, but I swear that is me. Like, I don't really like the taste of it, and then if I drink like a cup, like it does nothing to me. So then it's like, okay, if I actually wanted to see results, I would have to drink like 3 or 4 cups, which like I don't want to just like become a coffee drinker and drink 3 or 4 cups of coffee. But the real issue is I'm like, but I don't want the caffeine doing things inside me that don't actually give me the benefit, because like caffeine must be like bad for you in other senses than just, I mean, I guess it like is a drug, right? It like gets you hooked. But like, but if I don't feel the symptoms, am I still being hooked? Oh, I'm done with the pink lemonade. I'm gonna go into my smoothie. Is this even still recording? Okay, plot twist. It's still recording. This is good. Does this have like way more sugar than is worth it though? For like I feel like I'm ingesting fruits because it like, it's cute. Like, it has a little thing, like a little illustration of like fruits, and it says strawberries and bananas. It makes me feel like I'm getting my fruits, but does it have like so much added sugar and stuff that it's like not worth it? That's how it would be in the States, I feel like. Like when you drink like an Odwalla or something like that, I'm pretty sure it has like so much added sugar. Pretty sure. Allegedly. Odwalla, don't sue me. It doesn't even, it's like light print, it's like white colored print, like of text, and then like and it's like a darker juice, and I drank the juice, so now I can't read the text anymore, so I can't see the sugar thing. That was sugary. I feel like caffeine doesn't affect me, but I think drinking this much juice, because of all the sugar, I think that is affecting me. I mean, like, I am low-key just like a little bit baseline, like crazy, but I feel like I should adjust that. I'm just baseline high key is what I meant by that. I'm keyed up. I had like one more good sip. I had like one more good sip and then I could do this. Okay, let's go. You and me together. Okay? Okay, bucko? You and me together. Let's do this. So that was a gulp and not a sip. And also, I think I have one gulp left. Why did I do that?